the beginning of the exhibition is when Almine, my wife, send you a photo of a Picasso painting of the 1963-64, a portrait, self-portrait, Picasso self-portrait with white canvas dot, a black line making the nose, and it's how the exhibition concept starts, because she sent you that photos, and immediately you send us back a small sculpture, which was very, very similar. And yes, it's how it did begin, if I well remember.
And it was a spiritual beginning, because the painting. What's the date of the painting is about what? I don't know.
64. I
64,
think.
And the Calder sculpture is from 42.
Yeah.
So it wasn't kind of resonance about the same moment and same time. It was a resonance of kind of an energetic resonance. How the sculpture and the painting had this kind of interactivity. What I learned so much about Picasso, something I really didn't understand before, is that every sculpture, every painting, every drawing is a self-reflection. He's always looking in the mirror. And I had no idea about that. I knew about his fear of mortality before, but to see that, it really opened my eyes to understand that everything is a self-reflection.
Yes. Yes, the same theme, the same ambition in a way of discovering new space, new free space within all the 20th century development and discoveries, because those guys were born at the time it was no car, no airplane, no massive mass murder like First World War and all that did not exist. So they went through their strengths and belief to create a very specific kind of work.
It's a funny idea, this word play, in terms of Calder and Picasso, because they're highly complex, intelligent, intellectual artists. They're not frivolous artists. And so we have to think about the word play in terms of the humans that are going to come, from children to old people, ancient people, everyone in between. We have to think about their experience like a certain kind of naivete can happen with the general public. They come in without knowing much necessarily. They know the name of the artist, but they experience the work in a very free way, a very open way, which is what's special. I think one of the special things about these two artists also is that you can just allow yourself to respond. You don't have to be an art historian to understand the work. You can allow yourself to respond. So play is a way of allowing the process to unfold and allowing innovation to occur. And I think that's one of the common words for these two great men. As innovators.
And I'm so happy that we're talking now just in front of those magnificent sculpture, both by Calder. When you see the three ladies, the little boy and the man and the wife, the basers, there on the beach, and made with found objects, with piece of furniture, piece of wood, it's telling to young public and to people, yes, when you walk in the park or in the forest or in the beach and you see a shell and you see something, you can be creative. You can be creative for yourself and do something with it. So it's also a kind of a call for us to say, well, life can be something very, very creative if we want, and if we allow a little time to do it.
We allowed ourselves to have fun in this exhibition, in the curatorial process, and when we decided to include the bathers, it became almost imperative to have this sculpture, the red mobile, because the red mobile is called red lily pads. So it's like the lily pads floating on the water, but now the water is above the bathers, so it's the inverse.
Yes.
And of course, Calder is not talking about a literal aspect of the lily pads. He's talking about the dynamic sensation of lightness. So it's not really about water, it's about kind of everything. But we had fun playing with the water. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, and it's and art has to be a lot about fun. It's so serious because it's from the origin of the humanity. You found art. You have love, art together, and it's great to see those two pieces. It makes me happy when I'm next to those beautiful sculpture. And we can rejoice for it. It's a great moment. So I believe the public will be sensitive to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.